guys, welcome to Dawn playing Minecraft with the mod pack All the Mods 5. We are continuing our adventure. This is episode 6. We did a bit of progress off camera because I realized that I have a lot of content and I have to compress it into 30 minutes. So in order to not be one of those videos that are basically just me walking around and crafting for half an hour, I am trying to provide some kind of progression without being boring at the same time. So I did work a bit off camera, but I will present everything I did and I will show you what I did and how I did it step by step, just to show you how I did it, basically, in case you want to do it or you find it useful. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Alright guys, so basically what I did was um, I made a compressor. We did make more bat boxes, or battery boxes basically, two of them to be exact, and I made some batteries which extend the capacity of the battery box. Another important major change is I swapped from simple storage to refined storage because it was buggy and I couldn't get it to work with the drawer system, which I actually like. I had to upgrade the chests actually. As you can see, I did upgrade half of the column to gold and half to iron, which cost me a lot of resources, and then I realized that it was still not enough. So I decided it's time to move on from simple storage because this drawer system saves me a lot of space. Basically, you just put a storage controller, yeah, no, external storage on the controller, and basically it considers it to be like a one large chest with the items in it, and you can change the priority on that storage. It will automatically be introduced into this storage, so I save my disk space for other items. We have made an elevator and we dug up a basement of sorts. It's not finished or polished yet. It's just functional for the moment. And we made a few diesel generators, as you can see. I think we made too many, but for the future, when we expand on power requirements, it's very useful. I'm using these pipes. On this version of Minecraft, apparently there's not a lot of options in fluid pipes, and these pipes, basically the first extraction attachment is no filter. The second one has filter, which is gold. It's an upgrade from iron, but it only has blacklist, right? So you have to get a bucket of ethane or diesel and just put it in the filter, because here, for example, I have diesel, right? So in order to get diesel and ethane from the refinery, you have to put a bucket here in this slot, but it will always take the first tank, which is in my case diesel. So I had to make a tank. I made a mess of diesel here trying to empty that first tank here in order to get to the second tank. So when this is empty and you put a bucket here, it will give you a bucket of ethane oil into the refinery. Then ethane goes out the bottom into the mixer with water, comes out through here into the solidifier, polyethylene, and then it solidifies into plastic pellets. The diesel comes up in the refinery, goes to the diesel generators, powers them, they generate power, and so forth. Now here is a small automation of ore production, ore doubling. You crush it and you get gold chunk ores, two of them, right? Always two of them. And you get 10% chance to get stone, or if it's an ender ore you get end stone, if it's a nether ore you get netherrack. The gold chunks, you can smelt them directly and you get 2 ingots, and that's that. But you can also crush them again and you get 1 to 1 always, and there's a 10% chance to get another piece from the same chunk. And with those chance upgrades, it gives you 10% more chance or higher chance to get a secondary output, which means I have a 30% chance right now. Anyway, the automation is you put in ores in this hopper. You can also put a chest on top to make it like the buffer bigger and dump all your ores in there. They go into the crusher, they get crushed into chunks, and then there's a hopper underneath, actually a hopper and an upper. And I'll show you the bottom one as well, because this one is interesting too. I think I might have, yeah. Okay, so ores go there, chunks come out. It's a hopper that goes into an upper, which is basically an inverted hopper, and that means the chunks go here, and they are getting crushed again into dust, and then an upper extracts them from the top, places them into a hopper, and the hopper goes into an electric furnace, of course. And another hopper that just takes the items and puts them in this chest here. Now I had to deal with the problem, the secondary output from the beginning, which is cobblestone, endstone, or netherrack, or whatever else that we might get. The cobblestone will get stuck here because the chunks come in twos, so the chunk goes in, it gets smelted, and there's two of them, two pieces, so if you get a cobblestone, it will stay here for a second, or even longer, and it's enough time for this pipe here with the advanced extractor attachment to extract it, because I put in the I had to upgrade the extractor to advanced because I get the whitelist feature. Otherwise I would have to put in all the chunks in the list, and the blacklist is not enough to provide space for all the versions of chunks from all the ores. It will only extract cobblestone in my case. I will also put endstone in netherrack if I ever do it, but the point is it will extract them from here and put them directly into this hopper, which then just puts them in the chest. So that's my little automation system right there. It's not very complicated, it's rudimentary, basic, and yes, a solar panel. It does only work during the day, true, but you don't need a lot of oil, and the diesel efficiency seems quite high, and also the rate of the diesel you get out of oil is quite high, or enough for me. It is a pump from Silent Mechanisms. It has two range upgrades which increase the energy usage, but not by very much. It's only 15, so that's very acceptable. A it's a one pipe fluid pipe with a basic extractor, and that's literally it. Extracts the oil, puts it in an ender tank. I dyed the ender tank with black ink. Black is oil, and the pump is powered by this solar panel, which is a level 2 solar panel, because I didn't know if it's enough to keep it up, so I could afford it, so I went with it. So yeah, it's just one tiny solar panel which produces 25k of FE, no, 150 FE per tick. Right now it's generating 12 because the pump doesn't require it, I'm guessing. And the two range upgrades it seems to be enough for the moment to cover a large area of oil. And if I really want to basically do something about it in case it doesn't reach a pocket or two, I can always go and move the oil manually. I can just, I don't know, put them somewhere closer, because it's cheaper to move the oil than to move the pump and everything, because the pump will lose its energy stored, and the pipe will lose its oil, and so forth. So in my case I find it a lot easier and cheaper just to move the oil closer to the pump, if it's only a few blocks. If it's like a massive half the lake, it's not mine, then yeah, it's cheaper to move the pump. Now my next step was to make a stable for our little friend Lightning, which I cannot name because I have a name tag, but I can't use it on a horse apparently, or at least I don't know how to use it on a horse. As you can see right now, I don't have to move. I have a lot of distance to the place I can actually use it. So yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna fill in this land here. I have a watering can to make it grow grass, but I think it will do it naturally, as you can see. So I'm not gonna waste my water can or my time watering can. Like I said in the episode 1, I'm sorry if I mispronounce or half pronounce some words. In my mind, I know how they're called and what they're named, but for some reason, um, when I want to say them, they don't come out fully. Yeah, I have a different understanding of YouTubers now because while you talk and while you concentrate on your diction or your expression or your chain of thoughts to voice them, not just think them, your hands correlation or whatever you're doing is not that um, on point. Basically, you have to take breaks. You can do multitasking at the same time with basic tasks like I'm doing now, but it's not more than that. I mean, if you want to do something complex or a bit more complex, you need to focus on what you're doing instead of what you're saying. So sometimes stupid things will come out of my mouth, or I will pronunciate wrong, which I apologize, but I'm trying my best.
we're done with the stables. House looks nice, stable looks nice. We have a path. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Now we want to go into the basement and do the basement. Right? Right.
this was more like a design creative episode. Like we just built. So we just built um, purely for the looks, right? So no technical design, no nothing. The gist is the same, right? Like you have a large room for large machines, and then a tunnel. Maybe that way, if we don't get into this room, that's 6 blocks. Yeah, we're gonna hit that room. So we might just go that way and that way. Same there, and we will have um, different machines. Like maybe this silent mechanism we're gonna put in a room that way, and mechanism that way, and I don't know, thermal maybe that way, and something else that way, and so forth. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll have a room in the middle here, like a tunnel that goes into a room with automation that we can hide and not show, and we can just go there whenever we need to modify something. It's just gonna be behind the wall because it's gonna be a mess. So we're gonna have the machines in every corner here. We're just gonna make a tunnel and then a room and then a tunnel and a room, maybe, if we need to expand. I don't know. I do like to expand like like a web outwards instead of downwards, because I could make like an infinite, well, not an infinite, but I can make a lot of levels down with this elevator, and it's quite easy and efficient. But at the same time, you're concentrating all your machinery that create processes per tick in one chunk. So I believe it's a Shift F3G. Yeah, that's the one. All right, so this is a chunk, just like the dots on the minimap. Um, Basically, if you build everything downwards, this chunk is from the bedrock to sky ceiling, from 0 to maximum 255 or whatever. So you're concentrating all your ticks in this box, and this chunk will always process a lot of memory. So when you get into it or near it, it will slow your game considerably. So mm, I find it, among others, that it's better to e extend your base out into different chunks, basically. You can still go downwards, but don't cluster them into one chunk or a few chunks. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked our design. I hope it pleases you visually, because that was the purpose. There's no functional purpose for this whatsoever, because the zombies apparently don't attack the horsey, and lightning would have been safe outside, but it just felt bad whenever the rain came over and he was outside stuck to a pole right next to my house, and I was comfy and nice inside. Yeah. We have some little food for them, some hay and some thatch, so they can feel better, and we have this little lattice trapdoor thing that's I used as a visual thing, so it looks like it would normally grow vines on it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you liked my ideas, my design, my rambling about uh, opinions and taste. So yeah, everybody has its own opinion, his own taste. So try not to judge people too harsh on when they state things like I like this and this should be this color. It's not always their intention to dictate or impose or influence you. It's just that it's easier in our minds to think that the way we see the world is the normal way. It's just like everybody thinks that way. So when it comes up to taste and stuff like that, don't be too harsh. It's not even debatable. It's just taste and opinion. That's it. Everybody's entitled to one. So, you know, you have one, so respect the others, so they can respect yours. So yeah, that's my 50 cent on it. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the episode. Um, if you liked it, please leave a like or a comment or something. Tell me what I can do. If you have any ideas, how should we progress? Where should we go? If you want to go into a specific mod and try it out, maybe I know it, maybe I don't, we can try it. So just let me know. I hope you had fun, enjoyed it, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. You're amazing.